Hello! Today I will talk about long-distance relationships. And some people might think it's strange to put it here under the heading of separation and alliance. But I think it still makes sense because you are together, but you're not in the same place. So that's why I'm keeping it here. Some people have commented that it should rather be under the heading of relationship maintenance, but it could go there as well. So, a long-distance relationship, what is that? That's a relationship where one person, let's say me, is in Oslo and my loved one is in Paris. Or with this person, she's in Norway and this person is in Turkey. Or you are... you get the point. You're far away from each other and you can't see each other on a daily, maybe not even a weekly basis, maybe not even every month. So, how to keep in touch? How to keep the flame alive? Of course, you can write letters, you can send gifts and postcards, but in our days we've got a whole lot more of digital things to make it easier. We've got email, we've got Skype, we've got mobile phones, so you can get texting, you can send images, a lot of things to keep the relationship alive. So if I'm looking at my relationships, then we had the relationship with Irina, where we would do a lot of poetry together on Skype. We would also write things together. We would do verbal games, and we would not have the image. So we would be listening to each other. So and that was also partly because we are working with images, so we would spend a bit of the time with closed eyes just seeing these images inside. Whereas with Julia we would have a visual communication because she moved around a whole lot more. I mean, I would watch her dancing, and we would also sometimes, whereas with Irina I would turn off we would turn off the image and just work with sound. With Julia we would sometimes turn off the sound and just see how can we communicate just with movement. So removing something can actually make something richer, and also the thing that just staying sometime connected but not talking together, just breathing together or just listening to the sounds that's coming from the other place can be a rich experience. Sometimes we would cut off one microphone, like I would not have a microphone and she would be the one talking, sort of like a radio program, and then we would change. So this is, of course, ways to explore the things that you don't get to because you don't see each other. You can't really snuggle up into each other, but still you can explore your relationship. You can explore sexuality. You can explore thinking, your thoughts and ways of communication. So I'd look a little bit at the good things about having a long-distance relationship. And not having the body there actually means that you can look at other ways of communicating. You can look at ways of verbalizing your thoughts, the words, sending images, just using the voice. And you have to learn to trust the person you're communicating with, because what the person you're communicating with is sending you is what you get. If we then look at the negative sides of long distance relationships, the body isn't there. It's hard to be without that physical contact, I think. And you feel you're missing something. And there's a fear that the relationship might become so abstract that the thread might break. So again, turning back to the positive sides of this, what can you do to keep the flame alive in a relationship? So, that's some of my thoughts about long-distance relationships, and I'm asking you some questions that if you've been in a long-distance relationship, or if you've been using our digital technology to communicate with, how do you do it? So, what did you do to keep the flame alive in your long-distance relationship? How much did you communicate? If you have some ideas, please share them with us.